$200 billion euros. That's what Germany has spent trying to fix an energy crisis they created themselves. They shut down their nuclear power plants, the cleanest energy they had. All of them. Gone. Became dependent on Russian gas instead. Then Russia turned off the tap. Now Germany's largest factories are closing. BASF moving to China. Volkswagen shutting down plants for the first time in 87 years. This isn't war. This isn't bad luck. This is the most predictable economic disaster in modern European history. And it's about to spread. If you think this is just Germany's problem, you're wrong. When Europe's largest economy collapses, the entire continent feels it. Your energy bills? Rising because of this. Your job? At risk if you work in manufacturing. Your investments? Losing value as European markets tank. Germany was the industrial engine of Europe. They made the cars you drive, the chemicals in your products, the machinery that builds everything else, and they destroyed it, deliberately. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how Germany walked into this disaster. The 4 stages that turned Europe's powerhouse into an economic crisis zone, the $200 billion they've already spent trying to fix it, and why every solution they're trying is failing. Because this isn't just about Germany. Britain is next, Belgium, France, California. They're all following the same playbook, and they're all heading for the same cliff. Stay with me, because what you're about to see will change how you think about energy, economics, and the future of the Western world. To understand how Germany destroyed itself, you need to go back to the year 2000. Germany is Europe's industrial superpower. Manufacturing is 23% of their entire economy. They make cars, chemicals, steel, machinery, high-quality products the world wants to buy. And their secret weapon? Cheap, reliable energy. They have nuclear power plants generating clean electricity, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They have coal plants for backup power. They import Russian natural gas at stable prices. German factories thrive because energy is predictable, abundant, affordable. But then politics changes everything. The Green Party gains influence. Environmental activists demand change. The narrative becomes nuclear is dangerous, fossil fuels destroy the planet, we must transition to renewables. March 2011, Fukushima. Nuclear disaster in Japan. A tsunami hits a nuclear plant. Meltdown, radiation, crisis. Germany, a country with no earthquakes, no tsunamis, no seismic risk whatsoever, panics. Chancellor Angela Merkel announces all nuclear plants will shut down by 2022. This is stage 1, the creditor's delusion. The delusion was simple. We can replace nuclear and fossil fuels with wind and solar. Renewable energy will power our industrial economy. It'll be cleaner, safer, and eventually cheaper. But here's what they ignored. Nuclear provides baseload power. It runs 24/7, constantly, reliably. Wind and solar are intermittent. When the wind doesn't blow, turbines stop. When the sun doesn't shine, solar panels are useless. Germany is in Northern Europe. Winter days are short, cloudy, dark. You cannot run an industrial economy on intermittent power. Steel mills don't shut down when it's cloudy. Chemical plants can't stop production when wind stops. Assembly lines need electricity every single hour. Every energy expert knew this. Every industrial CEO warned about it, but the political pressure was too strong. The Green Movement too popular. So Germany committed. Shut down nuclear. Build massive wind farms and solar panels. And to fill the gap when renewables couldn't deliver, import cheap Russian natural gas. This was the fatal mistake. The decision that guaranteed disaster. Once you start down this path, there's no turning back. Not without admitting the entire strategy was wrong. 2011 to 2021. Germany shuts down nuclear plants, one by one, year after year. At the same time, they build Nord Stream, massive underwater pipelines, running 200 kilometers from Russia directly to Germany. The project costs $20 billion. Germany's largest energy companies invest billions. European banks finance it. Putin's Russia supplies the gas. By 2021, Germany imports 55% of their natural gas from Russia. More than half. Total dependency. German leaders told themselves this was smart. Russia needs our money. They'll never cut us off. Natural gas is cleaner than coal. It's just temporary. Until renewables scale up. Economic interdependence prevents conflict. Every single assumption was wrong. Meanwhile, electricity prices start rising. Not catastrophically, just higher. 10% more, then 15%, then 20%. German factories notice. Energy-intensive industries start struggling. BASF, the world's largest chemical company, sees energy costs climb every year. But they can't complain too loudly, because Germany has committed. Politically, publicly, the nuclear plants are shut down, the coal phase-out is legislated. Russian gas is the bridge holding everything together, and the government keeps promising just a few more years. Renewables will catch up. Trust the plan. Energy experts warn this is unsustainable. Industrial leaders warn we can't compete at these prices. Geopolitical analysts warn Russia will weaponize this dependency. Every warning dismissed as anti-renewable propaganda, fossil fuel lobbying, pessimistic scaremongering. And then, February 24th, 2022, Russia invades Ukraine. Within weeks of the invasion, European leaders announced sanctions on Russian energy. Putin's response? Cut the gas first. Summer 2022. Russia reduces Nord Stream flows to 40%, then 20%, then zero. Complete shutdown. September 2022, the Nord Stream pipelines are sabotaged, explosions, underwater, sections destroyed. Doesn't matter who did it. The result is the same. The gas stops flowing permanently. Germany faces immediate crisis. 55% of their gas supply gone overnight. And they need gas for electricity generation when wind and solar don't work. Home heating. Winter's coming. Industrial processes, chemicals, steel, manufacturing. Panic. Natural gas prices explode. Before crisis, $20 to $30 per megawatt hour. August 2022, $340 per megawatt hour, over 10 times higher. In months, electricity prices follow. Normal price, $50 to $80 per megawatt hour. Crisis price, $500 to $700 per megawatt hour. Industrial electricity costs increased 5 to 7 times overnight. For energy-intensive industries, this is a death sentence. BASF spends $2 billion per year on electricity normally. At crisis prices, $10 to $14 billion per year. Mathematically impossible. They can't pass those costs to customers. They can't absorb them without bankruptcy. So they shut down production permanently. BASF announces moving ammonia production to China, moving chemical processes to the United States and Asia. Why? Electricity in China, 0.08 per kilowatt hour. Electricity in USA, 0.09 per kilowatt hour. Electricity in Germany, 0.40 to 0.70 per kilowatt hour. German electricity costs 5 to 7 times more than competitors. You cannot run a chemical plant when energy costs are 7 times higher. Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, they need massive electricity for production. Energy costs surge. Profit margins evaporate. Factory closures announced. ThyssenKrupp, one of Europe's largest steel makers. Steel production is insanely energy intensive. They cut production by 20%, lay off thousands. Consider leaving Germany entirely. This is the breaking point. The moment when delusion crashes into mathematical reality. You cannot run an industrial economy when your energy costs are structurally, permanently 5 to 7 times higher than your competitors. The factories close, the jobs disappear, the wealth evaporates. And the government? They try to stop the collapse. The German government announces an emergency plan. $200 billion. The largest economic intervention in German history outside of war. The plan. Cap electricity prices for households, subsidize industrial energy costs, build LNG terminals to import liquefied gas from ships, beg everyone to reduce consumption. $200 billion just to keep the lights on. Does it work? Partially. It prevents total societal collapse, keeps homes heated through winter. But it doesn't fix the fundamental problem. Germany no longer has cheap, reliable energy. Before the crisis, German industry's competitive advantage was great engineering plus low energy costs. Now, great engineering plus energy costs 5 times higher than everyone else. The engineering doesn't matter when your production costs are structurally impossible. And those LNG terminals, the liquefied natural gas arriving on ships from Qatar and the United States. It costs 3 to 4 times more than the Russian pipeline gas Germany used to get. So even with $200 billion in subsidies, even with emergency measures, even with price caps, German energy is permanently more expensive. The industrial exodus begins. Wealth doesn't disappear, it transfers. From Germany to the United States, America has cheap natural gas from shale fracking. Electricity costs a fraction of Germany's. BASF moves chemical production to Louisiana. Energy costs 1/7 of Germany's. Intel cancels a $30 billion chip factory in Germany, builds it in Ohio instead, cheaper energy. China. China's electricity is cheap, government subsidized. German automakers expand Chinese production, keep German plants only for high-end products where brand matters. Eastern Europe, Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, they kept their coal plants running, didn't shut down nuclear. Their energy is cheaper than Germany's. Manufacturing shifts east, the transfer is happening right now. German industrial production, down 15% from peak. Manufacturing orders, collapsing. GDP growth, negative. Recession confirmed. Factory closures, accelerating. Germany's trade surplus, the foundation of their economic model, shrinking rapidly. They export less because they can't compete on price. This is stage 4, the wealth transfer. Germany spent $200 billion trying to prevent it. They failed. Because you can't subsidize your way out of structural energy costs that are 5 to 7 times higher than competitors. The money doesn't fix the problem, it just delays the reckoning. 3 lessons you need to understand. Lesson 1. Energy is the foundation of everything. An advanced economy cannot function without cheap, reliable energy. You can have the best engineers, the smartest workers, the most advanced technology. If your energy costs 5 times more than competitors, you lose every single time. Germany forgot this. They treated energy as ideology instead of economics. The cost? Deindustrialization of Europe's largest economy. Lesson 2. Intermittent power cannot replace baseload. Wind and solar have their place, but they cannot replace nuclear and fossil fuels for industrial baseload power. When the wind stops, turbines stop. When clouds cover the sun, solar stops. You need something running 24/7. Nuclear, coal, natural gas, hydro. There is no battery technology that can store enough power to run a modern industrial economy through windless nights. Germany tried to pretend this physics problem didn't exist. Physics won. Lesson 3. Political delusion meets economic reality. Every stage of Germany's crisis, experts warned them. Energy economists, you can't replace baseload with intermittent. Industrial leaders, we need cheap energy or we'll relocate. Geopolitical analysts, Russia will weaponize gas dependency. Every warning dismissed as propaganda, lobbying, scaremongering. And then every warning came true, exactly as predicted. Political narratives eventually crash into economic reality. Germany's green energy transition crashed into physics, economics, and geopolitics. The collision destroyed their industrial base. Germany is trying to recover, but the path is brutal. Option 1, bring back coal and nuclear. Politically almost impossible. The Green Party would implode. They've restarted some coal plants temporarily. But long-term plan? Still phase them out. Option 2, accept deindustrialization. Let energy-intensive industry leave. Focus on services, finance, high-value manufacturing. This means permanently lower living standards, fewer jobs, weaker economy. Option 3, subsidize forever. Keep spending $50 to $100 billion per year subsidizing industrial energy. Unsustainable. Eventually the budget breaks, inflation accelerates, euro weakens. None of these options are good. Germany destroyed its competitive advantage. There's no easy way to get it back. Best case? A decade of stagnation. Worst case? Permanent decline. But here's what should terrify you. Other countries are following the same playbook. Britain, Belgium, California, Australia, all shutting down reliable power. All betting on intermittent renewables, all ignoring the warnings, all heading for the same cliff Germany just fell off. The pattern is repeating. And most people don't even see it coming. 200 billion euros. That's what Germany has spent so far on an energy crisis they created themselves. But the real cost isn't measured in money. It's measured in factories closed permanently. Jobs relocated to other countries. Living standards falling. A generation's economic future dimmed. Germany had everything. Advanced industry, clean nuclear power, energy independence. They destroyed it, deliberately. Based on ideology that ignored physics and economics. Last week, I showed you America's $929 billion commercial real estate crisis. Before that, China's $1 trillion ghost city collapse. Now Germany's energy suicide. Different countries, different sectors, different systems. Same pattern, same 4 stages, same inevitable outcome. Economic fundamentals always win. Reality always catches up. The math always completes. If this video helped you understand the $200 billion disaster the media isn't explaining, subscribe now. Next week, Japan's 34-year economic stagnation, the $10 trillion warning China and the West are ignoring. Comment below. Is your country making the same energy mistakes Germany made? Which country should I analyze next? And if you're in Germany watching this, I'm sorry. Your leaders failed you, but understanding why this happened is the first step to demanding they never repeat it. Thanks for watching.